Right guys, we're back for stage 2. Stage 1 was all about getting the initial setups done. We've got a melee weapon, a ranged weapon, and we can live off the land. The food and water can come from the blackberries. Right, stage 2. What we're going to be doing for stage 2 is we're going to be trying to get a t-shirt and some jeans to replace the clothes that we shredded in stage 1. So each of them has their own small limited amount of storage, but it all helps because this stage is all about storage. Before you can go out and start building your base, planning for the future, you're going to need storage. So first things first, we're going to need a t-shirt, jeans, a framed backpack, a lighter would be ideal. If not, we can always fall back and make a bow drill. All the recipes should be on the right, or I'll do them as a separate infographic anytime now, so they should be on the screen. We'll also be trying to upgrade our melee weapon, which at the moment is a stick, the branch that we saw in stage 1. And also we'll be trying to get the materials that make up all these parts. So that'll be metal shards that will make brackets and nails, wooden sticks, but they're very easy to come by, and more importantly, the most difficult thing probably to find will be a spool of twine. Now I've had periods when I've gone for hours without finding one of these, and other periods where I've found 3 or 4 straight off right after the other. So one good place to look for them is in bins, and also generally anywhere inside residential houses. Spool of twine. Once you get one of those, you can convert a backpack frame into a framed backpack. Now the different types of storage range from a satchel, which gives you 300, which you saw last episode, which we're currently wearing on our back now, which there's actually showing, as you can see there. Next stage up from that is the backpack, which you'll find all around the place randomly. Now they give you 1,000 storage. After that is the framed backpack. That's what we're going to be aiming at for stage 2. And after that is the military backpack, and that's the top end backpack currently, and that gives you 2,000 storage, which is a big leap. Now there's 2 ways of going about it. We can either go straight for the military backpack, which involves farming zombies. There's a very small chance, it's been mentioned around 1%, I don't know how true that is, of a zombie dropping what's known as a worn letter. Once you get that worn letter, you'll see a little loot bag once you've killed them. The worn letter will direct you to a loot cache. It's like a letter telling you where someone's left some good loot behind. Now not always, but usually there's a military backpack in these loot caches. Now they are known, and they're in set places around the map. So sometimes you can get players guarding them, because they know once people turn up there and loot them, they can have some good stuff on them. There's usually weapons and usually a lot of ammo. So that's one way, is to, from this point, you could go out and just keep farming zombies until you get one of these warm letters, live off the land, then go and get a loot cache. Then you've got yourself a military backpack, jump straight to the end. Now, of course, that's a low percentage chance, and they haven't got hordes in the game at the minute, but that is one possible way. The other way is what we've just been discussing. You go around and you start scavenging. We're mainly going to be looking for a spool of twine. That spool of twine will combine with metal brackets, nails and sticks, and some cloth, and ultimately will form a framed backpack. So they're the 2 choices you have and the 2 routes that you can take. Now I'll be doing a little bit of footage of scavenging and seeing what we can come up with, and I'll be putting the recipes on screen as we scavenge. Don't forget, guys, to loot all the cars you see. They'll give you the scraps of cloth usually, along with weapon repair kits, which always can come in handy, and also, more importantly, scraps of metal. Now you don't need many for these initial recipes, but that's where you'll get them, from the vehicles that you'll see around the road. Metal sheets, they can come in quite handy, but you don't need them at this point. It's best not to carry them. They're quite heavy, and you don't really need them at this moment, or actually probably for the next stage as well. But straight away we found a red cap. That gives us well, actually don't give us any storage, the red cap, but makes us look a bit different. So I'll be back when we've found something else. course we've just come across some 45mm ammunition for the pistol. You'll find a lot of that as you're scavenging. Just keep... oh, actually another lot. That's four pistol bullets straight away. Of course we haven't got a pistol yet. You can find a lot of weapons underneath the counters, and what we just come across there, a crowbar. That will do as a replacement for our branch. Another little tip for you guys: if you see a bear, run. I think the majority of my deaths have been to bears, not to players. I think there's a player over there. Friendly. And more than likely, guys, avoid players. Hope you're prepared to run a long way, mate.
You will die, mate.
Would have helped if I saw my health there. It looks like he's died as well. Justice was done. Right, that shows you the... oh, and here we go. Here's another scavenger. Dear me, someone's going to profit from your death. Right. We're going to get back to stage 1 and we're going to start over again. That's the hazards of H1Z1. Right, we're back again, guys. Respawned 30 seconds later. We've now completed what I consider preparation for stage 2. We've now got our bow, melee weapon, we've got blackberries, and we've got bow and arrows. Now we're going to try that again. Now, for speed's sake, I'm trying to keep these stages short and these videos nice and short. I will be rushing through trying to just grab what I can. I'd suggest you be a bit more cautious than I am, especially as where you normally spawn like this, you're going to be looking down on, occasionally you'll be looking down on something like this. Now, while I'm down there, no doubt people will be spawning, so there's always a time pressure on you. It's best to go off the beaten track a little bit. You'll find many buildings and places around that are less inhabited than the initial spawn points. Good tip is to head west. If you think the sun rises in the east and sets in the west, so head towards the setting sun, and you'll usually, further you go that way, especially north, you'll be hitting less populated areas. So let's see what we can find this time. Right guys, after a little bit of scavenging, we've now got a t-shirt, some jeans, a framed backpack, a hatchet, which is quite handy, I like to carry with me. I've managed to find a lighter, and I've made an improvised compass. Now the recipes for these will all be on the screen. That basically means I can find my way around, and I've got plenty of storage, and I'm better armed than I was before. Now that is what I consider stage 2. Next stage is about setting up a satellite base, just for storing equipment in before going on a before reaching the end game in stage 4. Right, so I'll see you for the next episode.
Hi guys, thanks for watching. On the left is Styx, Master of Shadows, a bit of sneaky. On the right, Starpoint Gem 92, Space Pew Pew gameplay. If you want to see more, subscribe below. Thank you.